Chris Brown, codenamed Breezy, who is known for his R&B music, dancing, and sometimes controversial personal life, while also being known for his breathtaking basketball skills, is taking over NBA 2K25. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe to see videos like the one you're about to see next. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everybody. It's me, it's the real ZJE313, and I'm back once again with another NBA 2K25 video. And it's another build video. Now, in this video, this is going to end up being my Swiss Army knife. No, this is not my small forward. Around season 1, I did end up making a shooting guard version of this build, and he's only 6'7". Now, with this build, I feel like it's perfectly well rounded. I call it a lockdown build because that's kind of what I was trying to make it into. It wasn't going to be anything like a big man. It was more going to be a lockdown. As well as I can get a lockdown before, really understanding the game the way that I, end up knowing it now, this is what I have for it. So basically, we are going to start off with the finishing. For the finishing, we have a 72 close shot, a 71 driving layup. Now, I'll say this. The 71 driving layup, if you use Zion Williamson layup, that layup package is very, very deadly. At least to me it is. I like the layup. Is very, very close to the rim, so it's not like you should be missing a lot of them. You shouldn't. And then I use real player percentage on my layup profile timing. So it works out for me. Now, I don't know how many people are going to like this, but we do have an 87 driving dunk. Now, you could go ahead, try to help me update this in the comments. It doesn't really matter, but 87 driving dunk is kind of like, the threshold when it comes to, wanting the contact dunks, wanting certain type of dunk animations. Now, I will say this though. By me hitting 40 season 2, I did end up putting my driving dunk to an 88, because when you make this build, there's not too many things that you could really put up. Once you put up, only thing I think I put up was like my perimeter defense, but I'm gonna get into that later. But yes, so if you would like to, just to get an additional few more just dunk packages in general, you can go 88 on the driving dunk. I believe you get like Zach LaVine and Dominique Wilkins, but it's very useful regardless. Like, in my personal opinion, it's very useful. So with that being the case, yes, an 87 driving dunk, you can still dunk on people. You can use the meter at a very high rate, especially if you know exactly what you're doing. Moving on, we do have a standing dunk of only a 37. Now, I will say this. I wish I did end up putting this to like a 40 so I could get the LeBron James dunk package. But whenever I do end up getting my other set of my 5 cat breakers, I will go ahead and put 3 of my 5 on my standing dunk, so I can go ahead and get that driving dunk package. That driving dunk package, but I still need the 40 standing dunk in order to get the LeBron. Now, when it comes to the post control, I do end up having a 46 on my post control. I don't really use the post too much. Yes, I do know how to shoot out of the post, but it's not like it's something that I always do. I just know how to do it. Moving on to the shooting, we do have mid-range shot only at a 87. Now, with that being at an 87, you can get more you can get more jump shots. This is what I mean. You can go low on your 3-point shots, but as long as your mid-range is a whole lot higher than your 3, you can still get the jumpers that you want. As long as the mid-range reaches the criteria for it, I can still shoot 3 with this, and I have only a 79 3-pointer. So with me having this 79, I can still fade from the 3, fading left, fading right, fading forward. Fading is probably the most broken thing, and I'll say this: you guys have to learn how to rhythm shoot. You have to learn. It's going to be in one of my next upcoming videos, but I'm just saying, when it comes to shooting with the right stick, it's probably the most overpowered and easiest way to shoot once you learn what you're doing. I don't just want to tell you guys, okay, whenever you first start shooting, you're immediately going to know what you're doing. No, you have to practice it. The first thing I did was start practicing, and I wanted to use this build to put it to the test. Okay, I don't need that high of a 3. I really could have went 77 if I felt like it, but I wasn't thinking too much, and I did 79. Now, with us having this high of a mid-range, we do end up getting shifty shooter. That's going to help us fade as well, no matter if it's in the mid-range, no matter if it's in the 3. Then you can max +1 that, make it go to like gold or something. It's optional on this build. It doesn't really matter, but yes. Also on this build, within the shooting, we do have a 63 free throw. Now, I'm not too much of an advocate for a high free throw, but 63 is pretty good for me. Not even gonna lie. Yes, I do end up playing in the rec center, but I don't really need too much of a free throw. Like, I know how to shoot them. I feel like, personally, if you know what you're doing and how you're doing it, then you're perfectly fine. You don't need that high of a free throw. But moving on into the playmaking. And when it comes to the playmaking, I do only have a 75 on a pass accuracy, which is just about as high as you could really, it's as high as you need. I'll say this. If you want to go ahead and get certain type of pass styles, of course, go a lot higher. But 75, that's just about meeting the threshold for what you may need, not want. Anything higher than 75, it's a want, personally. Now, we do end up getting a 86 on the ball handle, and that gives us, I want to say, like silver ankle assassin. Yes, I know I said that this is a lockdown, but this is an ISO lockdown. This is my lockdown. So like I said earlier, go ahead and adjust the build how you want, how you feel like you may want to play with this type of lockdown. It's however you want to do it. And we also end up having our speed with ball at a 75. I want to say we get like lightning launch on about silver. I'll say, I'm assuming it's silver, but we're still pretty fast on this. Once you have the right SIGs, anybody could be fast. Go ahead, mess around with all of the signature animations, and you will be as quick as possible. I prefer Zion Williamson dribble style. There's preferences. Some people may tell you something else. Somebody might say like DeJounte Murray, if you can get that on here, but I'm just saying, the Zion Williamson dribble style on this type of build is perfect. Moving on to the defense, which makes this a lockdown. We have a 70 on the interior defense, and that's going to help a lot. With us being 6'7", that is definitely going to help us in the long run. As well as us having an 85 on the perimeter defense. Now, as you can see, I did use my cat breakers to make my perimeter go up to a 90. Now, the only reason I put that up to a 90 is so I can have a lot more help when it comes to like fighting around screens, because I think I have either Hall of Fame or gold pick dodger off of me having 90 on the perimeter defense, as well as me having a 91 on the steal. Now, having a 91 steal, that's something that's pretty it is decent. I'll say that it's decent, but once you really do end up learning how to get around with the steals, and you know like what you're doing and how you're doing it and how to adjust with the steals, 91 is just fine. I know on my other build I had a 96, but you don't really have to go that high. The only reason I went that high is so I could use the legend still rating, still badges, whatever. But having a 91 is still going to help you a lot. But the only reason that I did that is so I could go 86 on my block. Going 86 on the block, you still end up getting like paint patroller and the chase down badge that they have. It's just certain things that you are able to get that makes the build a whole lot better when it comes to being a lockdown. I was just playing in the rec. I don't have the footage, but I was just playing in the rec. Just listen. When I was in the rec, I had like 30 something points, like 5 blocks, 7 steals. So you can play defense. Yes, it would have been better for me to go ahead and get the footage. That is me and fully on my part for not going ahead and getting said footage and saving it. But trust me, if you were to go ahead and use this build, test this out, use this, it is something that is very, very, very useful. The block is perfect. The defense is perfect. This is something that I like. If I can go up any higher, I would love to go up any higher. But unfortunately, when it comes to me adding my cat breakers, I am not able to go up any higher. Everything else is maxed out. Okay, now moving on to something else that I really, really, really love about this build. And it's kind of something that just threw me off, but I had to really understand why I was like this. It's the rebounding. Now, as you can see, My offensive rebound is only at a 77 with my defensive rebound on an 80. I'll say this, just about everybody that's playing the big man, maybe even the two guard sometimes, depending on what your lineup is, will have something over a 92 or 94 on the rebound. Now, with me saying that this is a lockdown and this is a lighter type of build, I could still jump pretty high for the rebounds. I could really get up there for boards. There's been times where I've dropped a double-double in a wreck strictly off of rebounds. Like, it happens. So being able to get the rebound, I'll say this is where I had to really understand. You have to have a good vertical. Vertical goes within getting a rebound. If you're someone who didn't know that, well, now you know. And I do end up having an 80 vertical on this build as well. And let's go ahead and get into that. Well, wait, before that, you can still get Rebound Chaser on silver. So max plus one that to gold, and now you're snagging rebounds just about over everybody. So like I was about to say, for our physicals, we do get an 80 on the speed, we get 80 on the agility, we only get 50 for our strength, but we get 80 on the vertical. Now with these physicals, we are still able to move around pretty quick on defense. We can stay in front of our defender, we can move off the ball, go ahead, get an interception real quick, throw the ball down, boom. You're winning games with this build very, very easily, very, very consistently as well. Now, I wasn't too worried about the strength because I just wasn't. Now, on my main guard, on my first guard, not my main guard, but my first build that I made, I went very high on the strength. And that would be another video that I will release at some point, but I'm just saying. I personally felt like, yeah, having Immovable Enforcer, it'll be cool, but I can still play pretty well defense within the paint, within the perimeter, without Immovable Enforcer having to be like exaggerated or high or things like that. Me having this 80, 80, 50, 80 line right here is amazing. But that's about it for this Swiss Army knife, for this build. I hope y'all like this, because this is also one of my favorite builds that I love to play on as well. Especially when you unlock the starter 4 animations, you get a pretty good amount of animations on this one. Not even gonna lie. I might end up making a build where it's strictly for the starter 4 animations. I'm not pretty sure. But other than that, I hope every single one of y'all like this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe for more, and turn on all post notifications so you can be the first to see each and every single one of these next upcoming videos. No matter if it's Call of Duty, NBA 2K, some IRL content, who knows. Anything, just make sure you turn on those notifications. Turn on all. Don't turn on some, personal. Don't even turn them off. Turn them all on. You can be the first to see each and every single one of these videos. If you are commenting on these videos, I do see and I do respond to every single person. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, and thank every single one of y'all for everyone who is watching these videos. I really do appreciate all of you guys. But other than that, thank y'all for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one.